No, it's great to be back. It's very fond memories that I have here from being in Bangladesh and obviously seeing the people again, which I haven't seen for quite some time. So that's been fantastic. Yeah, just obviously enjoying being back, and the prep has been quite quick because the series was put together quite late. But our prep has been very good back home. Hopefully, we can get on some turf today and get under the lights. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, it's lovely to be back. It's lovely to see their faces again, and not just the players, but obviously some of the coaches and some of the administrators as well. Had really good memories here before, and great to be back at these venues as well. When we said that the tour was going to be in Sylhet. Obviously, we've been here before, and yeah, fond memories of that as well. I don't know much about it. Obviously, since I was here the last time was probably 2018, 2019 when West Indies were here. I was here personally. We've obviously done our research on the wicket and how it's been playing in the last BPLs, and obviously how it was playing in previous T20 international series. So we're getting a good feel of what it's like. Today would be our first time that we're on it, so we'll have to see how it plays for us personally. But yeah, it's obviously a good wicket, and hopefully they'll prepare some good cricket wickets with both bat and ball. Yeah, yesterday you can't control the rain, so that came down, and there's nothing we can do about that. I think due to the fact of the tour being a certain amount of days long, that is just something that we had to deal with, unfortunately. So we've got one day to train. The guys will do the best that they can to try and prepare. As I say, if it's a good wicket, then we've been preparing on some pretty good wickets in the Netherlands. So hopefully we'll be able to customize ourselves quite quickly to that. But yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of new things that a lot of our guys have to experience here. So we're going to be able to adapt, and it's something that this team has done well over the last couple of years. So I think hopefully we'll be able to use that experience to put in a good performance tomorrow. I think obviously in the T20 format, any team can win on any given day. They have played some good cricket recently, but also have shown that they are fallible in other series as well. So we come here confident that we can put in a good game of cricket, and that we know that Bangladesh are going to come with a good style of cricket, and they obviously have some very good players, and in their home conditions are tough to play against. So it's going to be a great challenge for our guys to be able to play, but we wouldn't be here if we didn't think we could try and win games, and obviously we'll be at the World Cup with them as well, and if we're drawn in the same groups again, we'd want to try and beat them again. So I think from that perspective, we've got to just take it for what it is in front of us, and we're confident that we can do so. Yeah, the 2021 World Cup wasn't a good one for us. I mean, that's quite simple. When I was with the team, we didn't play very good cricket in that tournament, and I think everyone put their hand up to that. In 2024, we obviously played against Bangladesh then, and yeah, it was obviously good to see them progress into that next part of the tournament. And yeah, I think there's a lot of personnel changes that have happened over those two teams, and every team is progressing and ebbing and flowing and have evolution throughout. So the Bangladesh team are kind of a team on the rise, which is good to see for world cricket, I think. So yeah, happy for that. I think the second question first. We've taken a lot of intention to create the culture that we want to around the team. That takes everything into account. The people and where they're from. Our team is very diverse, and we've been able to unify those guys around a common cause. And there's some unbelievable cohesion within the team. And I think every guy fights for each other, and they fight for the badge, which I think every team wants to have, but seldomly gets. So I think that is a huge factor of why the team has been successful to this point. In terms of adjusting to the conditions, as I said, we are a team that prides themselves on being able to do that. Many of these players were playing on a mat on a 4G AstroTurf last weekend, and sometimes they're playing on inserted AstroTurfs on soccer fields. And then the odd time we get to play on turf as well. So we've got so many different ways that we're able to play. So when we come to these venues, like it was in America last year, or whether it be in Geelong in the 2022 World Cup, we actually feel like we can adjust to the conditions quite quickly, because we have to adjust to a whole bunch of different conditions where we're from as well. So, well, I only have memories of Sylhet from Bangladesh. I think that was a good 12 years ago or whatever, when the team was here the last time. So yeah, we'll pull on anything that we can to be able to motivate the team and inspire them to be able to show that we can play in these types of conditions and can do well. But obviously this is a different game and different teams completely, so we're going to have to take it as it comes tomorrow. No, well, I think yeah, no, that's a good understand. Cedric De Lange obviously has come into the team. He's a very young, exciting prospect for us. He's done really well in the club system in the Netherlands, and he's done really well for the under-19 team. We have a thing called the Pro Series, which he's done really well in, which is the next step towards international cricket. So I think from that perspective, he was one of the next best batsmen coming through. We obviously had a couple of injuries along the way as well, which has sort of opened the door for him to come in, but very excited to see what he can do at this level. And yeah, he's one of the guys for the future to watch. I think by all accounts, the wicket has been a good one here. Lots of runs in it, I'm sure, because the guys are preparing for the Asia Cup and where they're going to be in Abu Dhabi, I believe, most of the time. So I think they'll prepare a good wicket that simulates those types of conditions. But we've been to Abu Dhabi before with Bangladesh as well, and we know that there's a bit in it for the seamers. So I'm sure that they'll have that as well. So yeah, pretty similar wicket to what we're used to in Sylhet. Yeah, as I said, I mean we here with what we have, and we believe that if we play a good game of cricket, we can beat any team on any day, and we've shown that we are capable of doing that. So yeah, of course we are confident that we can do it, and we'll need some players to stand up and put their hands up, but they've been training for this for a long period of time, and not just sort of this moment, but obviously for the last 3 years, and we're a team that's been on the rise in terms of the associate nations and things like that, and obviously qualifying for World Cup on several occasions. This is our fourth one in a row now, so starting to get a bit more familiar with sort of playing against these types of teams and what it takes to win. Yeah, I'm for one very surprised when the franchise leagues come up that not more Netherlands players are selected due to the fact that the results have been a certain way. So yeah, I think that's a great opportunity for our players to showcase their skills on the main stage here against Bangladesh, and if that opens up opportunities for the PPL, I'm sure the guys will look to that for preparation, but also for pride for themselves. These guys are fledgling professionals. They're not the full member nations where the contracts are high and that kind of stuff. So when it comes to playing in different venues and different formats and things like that, they're very welcome to be able to do that. We only have mandatory 12 fixtures a year. That's the reality of associate cricket. So any opportunity to play cricket in other nations gives us great experience, and we welcome the guys to go to whichever venues that they might get selected to for franchise cricket, and hopefully the guys will be able to prove that they are of that world standard here, and hopefully teams at the BPL will be able to pick them up.
Guys, thank you very much. Sorry again we were a little late, but you have to understand the coach needs to train the players. So thank you. Enjoy this.